I thought that if I try a lot of programs and give you my feedback, they would either A, help you find something that you like and maybe help you get started, or B, find something that you love that you've always been looking for. So I'm starting here on episode 1 with Hybrid Performance Methods Powerlifting Program. But let's dive right in and see everything that this program has to offer. For starters, it's about $30 US a month and a 3-month minimum membership. However, they offer a ton of programs beyond powerlifting and encourage you to bounce around until you find something that you really like. So the program itself focused on the 3 main powerlifting movements: squat, bench press, and deadlift. There were 5 programmed workouts a week with 2 rest days. Right off the bat, I had to change up their suggested rest days in order to fit our family schedule and my own work schedule. I have a toddler and she goes to school a few days and stays home a few days each week, so I needed to be able to follow that pattern as well. This program, and I think the goal of powerlifting in general, is really heavy. You're building top end strength with 0 outright cardio. I came into this already used to working out 5 days a week, but by the 2nd week, I was having to add additional rest days in order to be able to recover and stay up with the suggested volume. So it took me about 6 calendar weeks to finish off the first 4 weeks of programming. The program basically follows this outline. There's 4 days of squatting each week. Sets would increase throughout the week as the reps would decrease within a suggested weight range based on your 1 rep max. There were 2 to 3 days of bench press following a similar guideline as well. And then there was 1 day a week where you would hit a training max for both conventional and sumo stance deadlift. There was also a bodybuilding style accessory day each week, which became something I really looked forward to. It was lightweight compared to the rest of the program and really pumpy, which is always fun. The Facebook group had people asking how long the program should take each day, and someone mentioned 90 minutes to 2 hours. I honestly don't have the time or patience to rest 5 minutes between sets, so I generally capped my rest at 2 to 3 minutes between working sets and my time in the garage to an hour. This meant having to skip some of the accessory work, but I was always able to get the primary lifts in and most of the accessory work. There were only a couple of pieces of equipment that I didn't have in the garage: a cable machine for some of the accessories, and a GHD or glute ham developer. I had to scale some of that back to make it manageable and follow the intention of the prescribed movements. At about week 6 of the program, there was a deload week with much lower volume and then a mock powerlifting meet to see how you had been developing. So my numbers. I came into the program with a 365-pound back squat, a 245-pound bench, and a 455-pound deadlift. I was very focused on eating enough and trying to stretch and use my Theragun leading up to my mock meet, and honestly, I was blown away by the numbers.
You mother 400 pounds. You.
That was a 35-pound PR. I flipped my shit after that back squat. And when I was done screaming, I turned off the camera and wept. That feeling might be tough to explain to someone who's never thought something was impossible for their body to do, and then they did it. And I don't know what else to say other than thank you to Hybrid. I benched 285 for a 40-pound PR from the start of the program, and I did have a couple of mid-program PRs for the bench press, which was fun too. The only bummer was my deadlift actually went down 10 pounds to 445. We can blame this on whatever you want: volume, stress, coronavirus, but it's not a big deal. Hybrid does offer a deadlift-specific program though, which I plan to do a video on at a later date. This was a great garage gym program from start to finish. I was generally able to do all the programming right here in my garage with very minimal equipment, as it focused on the 3 main lifts, so a squat rack and a barbell, and you're pretty much in business. The user interface is all through their website, and it's pretty easy to log your workouts and see what you have coming up for the rest of the week as well. It was heavy, and that's exactly what I wanted. All in all, I loved it. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. You can find me on Instagram at Max Effort Reviews. In episode 2, I'll be covering the Nike Training Club app. Motherfucker, just want to read this shit. I feel like I can just do the intro and then read the shit. No one wants to look at me. About $90. To follow the intention. Good God, who wrote this? Me? which I would have told you was impossible me. I hit a 400. Oh my goodness. If you enjoyed this is silly. It is what it is.